Each week, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood to call out critical changes over the last 3 years to help you as a homeowner in a particular neighborhood know whether or not you have an advantage. And this week, we are featuring Bennett Woods, which is in Smyrna in Cobb County. From I-285 West, take Spring Road southeast. Spring Road becomes Concord Road. Great area. Neighborhood is on the left. It is in a very, very good area, very close to 285 and the east-west 285 and the east-west connector. Over the last 3 years, pricing in 2020, so there's about 300 homes plus or minus 315, 320 in the neighborhood. In 2020, there were 18 homes that sold. We would expect there to be closer to 21 or 22 homes that sold in that neighborhood because we expect about 7% of the properties to sell in a neighborhood every year. It's very typical. I think the number of homeowners in Metro Atlanta that moved into their homes within the last year is about 7.2%, if I remember correctly. The average sales price of the homes that sold was $361,000. Took an average of 51 days for a home to go under contract. The low price was $250,000. The high price was $500,000. And home prices were discounted 2.4% to entice a buyer to go under contract. That's 2020. In 2021, only 13 homes sold, which is unusual. Went from 18 to 13, took 17 days instead of 51 days. Average sales price went up $103,000 to $463,300. They range from a low of $375,000 to a high of $711,000. Average home seller had to discount their price 0.4% to entice a buyer to go under contract. Year to date in 2022, have been 12 homes sold. Looks like maybe they'll get to 15, 16. There's 2 current listings, so they'll at least be at 14 sales this year. They've taken an average of 8 days to go under contract in 2022. The average sales price has increased another $60,000 to $523,000 in 2020. They range from a low price of $380,000 to a high price of $695,000. The average seller in the neighborhood this year got 2.1% more. 2.1% more than the home was listed for. There are currently 2 homes available for sale in the neighborhood, which means we have 1.6 months worth of inventory based on the 15 homes that sold in the last 365 days. What does that mean? Well, each week we talk about inventory growing in Metro Atlanta, and the reality is in that neighborhood, it is still a seller's market. We believe if a neighborhood has less than 4 months worth of inventory, it's a seller's market. If it has 4 and 5 months worth of inventory, it's a balanced market. More than 5 months worth of inventory, it is a buyer's market. And as a home seller or a home buyer in Metro Atlanta, that is the number that I would pay the most attention to, because as the months of inventory rises, then buyers start to gain an advantage over the seller because there's less buyers and more homes for sale. Right now, in that particular area, we are still in a very hot seller's market at 1.6 months worth of inventory. And what that means is, let's say this neighborhood has 1.6 months worth of inventory. It means if we have the same number of sales each month that we had over the last 12 months, that it will take 1.6 months to sell the 2 homes that are available for sale, because it took 12 months to sell 15 homes. Hopefully that makes sense to you, and it is a very, very important way to analyze the real estate market. There's about 315-ish homes in the neighborhood. In 2012, and listen to this, Atlanta, the average sales price in the neighborhood, $191,000. In 2012, average sales price $191,000. Today, average sales price $523,000, which means homeowners in that neighborhood have increased their equity in their homes to the tune of $105 million.